Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with match number 26 in the Champion of Champions tournament. As you see, the All-American is making his way down to the ring. And yes, as you can also tell, we're in the main event arena. We've run through pretty much most of the arenas already, even used a couple of them twice, so it's about time we use some of the much lesser used, I'm sure, arenas in people's minds. Jack Swagger, a former WWECW champion and a man who also defeated Chris Jericho to win the World Heavyweight Championship after he cashed in his Money in the Bank that he won at WrestleMania 26. But he's got quite a test in front of him also. And no, it's not Alexa Bliss that he's facing. However, obviously, he will be facing the man who very much influenced the current incarnation of her. As you can see, yes, Bray Wyatt is here, ladies and gentlemen.
And his opponent from Brooksville, Florida, weighing in at 326 pounds, Bray Wyatt.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Bray Wyatt, a former Universal Champion and more importantly, a WWE Champion. You may not have been a fan of his Universal title reign, but once again, another man who, when he won his first WWE Championship inside the Elimination Chamber, defeating other great former champions such as Jon Moxley, AJ Styles, and even John Cena. You could say that this man had so much potential, obviously. As one wrestler used to say, you could say this man oozed potential, and unfortunately never seemed to quite be able to live up to said potential, whether that was his own doing or most of the time due to others in the back. But tonight, will he, like many of the other people, be able to etch his name among the elite as he becomes the 2K22 Champion of Champions? And he certainly isn't going to do it being caught in holds such as a hanging dragon sleeper or a short arm scissors. It's Jack Swagger employing that mat work, not wanting Bray Wyatt not only to get space but to also get an upper hand. And just when I say that, Jack Swagger just leaves it. Well, apparently he knew what he was doing by leaving himself open as he lovely power slam counter. And Jack Swagger showing that he is not to be taken lightly either. Jack Swagger, another man who, you may not be able to say it for his WWEC title reign. A huge Falcon Arrow off the top rope. Already getting a 2 count on Bray Wyatt. As I was going to say, you may not be able to say it about his WWECW championship reign. But Jack Swagger is certainly a man who, when it came to his World Heavyweight title reign, you could also say didn't live up to his potential there either. A man who now finds himself in a very precarious position as Bray Wyatt has taken to focusing on his neck, but this time picks him up, and my goodness, just throwing Jack Swagger, who landed right on his hip, to the outside of the ring here. But he comes right back, and snake eyes on the ring apron, much more devastating than it would be on the turnbuckle, into a nasty cravat suplex. Jack Swagger apparently has been watching his Chris Hero tapes. And now taking Bray Wyatt over to the announce table and has busted him open. Bray Wyatt has a cut right on the bridge of his nose there. And now Swagger focusing on that leg, softening it up for the ankle lock submission hold, and another cravat suplex, this time into the steel steps. You saw Wyatt there clutching on his leg, obviously feeling the effects, and a slap by Jack Swagger to wake up Bray Wyatt. Not necessarily sure with all of his different personalities that's what you want to do. And a Sister Abigail out of nowhere, and Bray Wyatt is no idiot. He knew he would have to do more to get this victory, and goes right for the mandible claw. Still not sure that will do it, as Swagger has not been worn down enough, but that is certainly gonna wear down the big man. And I don't know what Swagger had in mind there, but it certainly didn't pay off, in a nasty Saito suplex there by Bray Wyatt lands Swagger on the back of his head, and now just biting at the fingertips. Big King Kong knee drop. What a devastating move that is. We saw that employed very well by the Russian Bear Ivan Koloff in his matchup against Hulk Hogan earlier in this tournament. And a very close 2 count there by Bray Wyatt, and a nasty kick to the side of the head there by Jack Swagger has regained the advantage, and a lovely knee drop to the arm there. That could certainly take the mandible claw out of Bray Wyatt's game, and now we saw it earlier, softening him up for it, and now he's got the ankle lock locked in, and my God, Bray Wyatt tapped out to the ankle lock on the first attempt. However, you may say that there was a bit of chicanery there, as apparently the bell rang before the tap out was even administered. And, you know, much like with our MyGM, it's great to see that the cameramen always place the camera just right in front of a solid object. And Jack Swagger, surprisingly, in my view, has advanced to round 2 of the Champion of Champions tournament with a big victory over Bray Wyatt. We'll still have to review the tape, but the bell may have rang before the tap out, but there was still a tap out, so we'll see how things progress here in the Champion of Champions tournament. And we are about to get our last match of the evening. Hope y'all are ready for a bit of a barn burner here.